Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Success is the best revenge. Let me tell y'all one of my stories, right? And this is an actual person, but I ain't gonna give his name, but he did say I could share the story with y'all. Just to let you know, hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'll call this dude Steve, right? Now, Steve's a very, very successful brother. I'm not going to say what he's in, but I'll just say don't be surprised if you can find him in a Google search, right? By his real name. Anyway, right? Check this out. Steve was telling me about how when he was younger, he was constantly rejected by women, right? And, they were always telling him, he was too slim. He's a slim brother. Too nerdy. He wasn't cool, didn't have that swag. They came up with a whole bunch of stuff, right? And, a lot of women just rejected him. A few he managed to go out with, right? And ultimately, they were rejecting him on something, like minor stuff. Now, that's a good guy, right? Always working on something. And, Steve did meet that one woman, but it kind of didn't work out. It turned out to be like an older woman who was looking for that last chance. And there was a lot of problems with, within the marriage because, he wasn't her Mr. Goodbar. And, that's cool. Now, see, throughout all of this, Steve was just working on his little business. And like I said, I can't identify him, so I ain't going to say what his business is. But he just kept working on his business. And even while he was going through all this stuff with the women, and including his marriage, which, of course, he ended up getting divorced, but they didn't have any children, so it wasn't, child support wasn't an issue. And he only had so much money, so they kind of went their own ways. Now, like I said, throughout this time, he was working on his stuff. He didn't make it. Now, let's fast forward a few years after his marriage. Dude done made it, y'all. Dude done made it. Right? Dude's doing his thing and whatnot, So, guess what happened? Dude was on social media for a while. He said, you know what, all these exes started hitting him up. Right? And somehow, you know how if you're in some circle or you got an ex. See, one thing about an ex, they'll keep checking up on you. Just to make sure, just to see if you do anything without them. That way they can justify it. And you say including the ex-wife, right? They just doing it just to see what's up. So they checked him out and saw, oh, hold up. He got some money and all that now. And, he did what the nice guys and players method, He put some weight on and stuff. A little bit of weight. Still a slim dude, but more of a muscular slim now, right? So that dude, all these women come to check him out. And, hitting him with that old line. I always thought you were cute. I always knew you were going places. But here's the thing. Steve's a good guy. He's a genuine good guy. Out here, he just wanted to deal with that one woman. He ain't a dog. He ain't no dog like Ron was. Or is, depending on the woman you're talking to. He's like a genuine, like one of those good guys that make you realize how fucked up the world is, because he's just good. But he's still human, so he did get the last laugh on these women. Because ultimately, he got the ultimate revenge on a woman who, dogged out a man. He became successful. He became successful, even monetarily and even in physical appearance, because like I said, he had put on a little weight, put on some muscle. That success, fellas, men, and look, let's be real. Because even Rom has gone through a divorce, right? um, amicable, but still, you know. So we've all been rejected. Even Mr. Goodbar gets rejected. Oh yeah. Don't believe there's any man out there who's just so thorough with women, a woman ain't gonna reject him, or he be in a relationship and she just decided to start tripping. You know, it's just happened fewer for some men than it does for others. But everybody has experienced it. Men have experienced that one woman who, you know, tried to practice hypergamy and called herself moving up. And let me say something about that real quick, because I said in a video many months ago that only a few women can actually practice hypergamy. I didn't mean that to say that women weren't hypergamous. But let's be realistic. How many women out there going to move up? Think about that. Think about it's one thing to want to move up. It's another thing to actually want to. Now, a big problem with a lot of women think they can anyway. Then find out they can't. Now, for all these guys, y'all going through wrong breakups, messy divorces, situations where the woman, she hit you with that, it's not you, it's me, or I love you, but I'm not in love with you. You don't get mad. You don't get mad at them, right? You just say, go ahead. Because some dudes, they get mad, they want to stalk the woman, call her all sorts of names. You just say, okay, see you later, babe. See you later. Go do you. Let her go have that fun. It's tough. Let's just be honest with it. It's tough. Because, especially you see her around with another guy, you thinking, well, he got that I don't got. And why she with him? Well, you got something. And, whatever it is, it's irrelevant. If you really want to mess with her head, be successful. Be better than what you were when you were with her. Because one thing with a lot of women want to feel like that somehow their presence made you a better person. And that's a deep one. That's not even a racial thing. That's women, period. They want to feel like that somehow they elevated you. Which is cool if they actually did. But if a woman elevates you and then wants to roll out, she ain't really elevate you. In fact, many women, if they even think they're elevating a man, sometimes they really not. Now, check it out. The woman rolls in. Let's be real. A lot of times a woman roll on a guy not for like sex or anything, or even that dubious thing called love, but like for money or something like that. Or she ain't living a lifestyle, or she ain't having that excitement she thought she would have, as she thought she could get it elsewhere, right? And you know what? That's cool. Like I said, you don't get mad. This is what you do, right? This is what you do. Listen to this game here, fellas. First of all, you sit back. When she's out the door or whatever, you sit back. You take a few months off to yourself. First, you evaluate everything you did wrong. Even if she did the most all the foul shit, you need to evaluate why you even sat there and put up with that foul shit. Think about it. But just evaluate everything that you can control. Not what she did. Don't be like, well, she did this, she did that. You can't control what she did, but you can control what you did. And like I said, sometimes it's just like you need to ask yourself, why did you put up with the bullshit? Sit there and do that. Just take some time off. Reevaluate. Don't jump into any more women. Right? Learn from the mistake. That's the main thing. That's a lesson. Learn from that thing, right? Then move on. Because figure out, like I just did a video on mastering your craft. I just did another video on living your life. That's what you go on and do. Figure out, like, okay, I ain't with her no more. What the fuck can I do that I couldn't do when I was with her? Oh yeah, I can hang out a bit more. I can hit the gym more. I can travel more. I can enjoy a meal at a restaurant without, some ungrateful woman acting like she can't eat half the menu. I don't have somebody who's gonna argue with me all the time. Just enjoy yourself. Thing is, you focusing on upgrading yourself. That's what your focus is. You focus on making yourself a better person. In fact, if somehow her leaving you is the catalyst for it, Send her a thank you card. And you'd be like, damn. Because I hate to say, this some fucked up shit to say, though, right? And it's fucked up to say, but I just have to be honest. I can't look at any woman I've dealt with, even the ones I'm still cool with to this day, and think, oh, I would have been better off if I was still with him. I cannot look at anyone, that one single woman. All I can see is, you know what, I wouldn't be doing this, that, and the third if it wasn't for that. And I had a woman actually pick that up about me, a good friend. She said, you know what, every time you break up from a woman and stop dealing with a woman, you always take some time to yourself, then you come back stronger. You know? That's because I'm focused on living my life, mastering my craft, doing what I want to do. Right? And see, once you're successful, right, you get to a level of success, shoot, women looking at you like, wow. I'll give you a story, right? A couple stories. I remember years ago doing a book signing at this bookstore, right? It was in this mall. Now, it's interesting. I saw two different women. One was this woman I was trying to holler at, but she wasn't feeling a brother. And I had told her I was going to be writing a book, but she didn't think I would actually write the book. And then when I wrote it, she was like, oh man, I can't believe you wrote the book. And she was gushing and shit. And she had a man with her when she was doing it. And I was just like, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. And she looking at me like, yeah, damn, I should have messed with this dude. Right? That messes with a woman when she think she blew it with a guy who's successful. Trust me. Trust me. All these women out here who had a chance at some of these superstars when they were still teenagers, trust me, they hating that shit now. Ain't none of them saying, well, you know what, I'm happy for them and stuff. They'll say that publicly, but deep down they like, damn, why I ain't hold on a bit longer? And, you know, I was doing another bookstore. I was doing another signing at that same bookstore, same mall. Saw an ex-girlfriend, you know, actually with her new dude. Now, I remember when I told her, this was years before, I remember telling her, I said, you know what? And, you know, even though I always tell the story about how I got to write Nice Guys and Players because so many men are asking for it. Look, let me share something with you. I had thought about some type of book for men like years before. But I just didn't know what I wanted to write. So it's like one of those things I kept in the back of my mind. And I remember I shared that with this young lady, right? I shared that with her. Now, she ain't really comment either way whether or not I could actually do it. But, you know, we broke up over some little financial shit, right? To be honest. You know, she wanted to spend more money, Rom's money, than Rom wanted to spend on her. So she seen me doing this book sign, and she got that look. And fellas, y'all know that look when women like, damn, how the fuck he get there without me? And of course, her dude he just straight gritted on me. Because he was like, why my woman looking at this man like that? You know, he did one of those, you know how a dude do when, you know, he trying to mark his territory. He grabbing her hand and all of that good stuff. You know, he grabbing on, holding on tight and shit. I'm like, dude, you good? I'm gonna look at her butt when she walking away, but you good, dude. But, look, fellas, you want to get at these women, don't argue with them. Just be like, okay, bye. But then when you drive by, and like say you were with this woman and she complained about your car, right? Like, I ain't riding that bucket. When you drive by in your E-Class or, you know, your Buick or whatever car you consider like fancy, hang your gold watch out the window. Like, lean a little bit and look at it, be like, give it that deuces sign. Like, trust me, that's the best with a, especially a woman who's like trying to practice hypergamy, right? You know, she gonna be like, cause then she gonna look at that dude, cause very often the dude they end up with is never better than you. They end up dipping down and shit. So, want to get at them, fellas, except don't argue, don't fight them, don't stalk them, don't talk bad about them on social media. Don't be bitter. Don't let that shit get in your like spirit like that. Just say, you know what? I'm just gonna upgrade myself. You know? And then it's a whole different story. Trust me, I've met women in their 50s and 60s. They still thinking about some dude they dealt with in the past. You know, part of it's that imprint, but part of it also is, you know, that was really the dude she wanted, but she was, you know, she'll say she was stupid. Some women will even admit it, in private, of course, but they'll admit it. So, you want to get that revenge, fellas? Just become successful. Upgrade your life. Be the best man you can be. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.